What is melody?
The program is called What is Melody?
And
now,
why the heck would you be asking me?
I'm asking you.
Okay.
Because you've written a few in your time, and not only that, you've accompanied a few in your time, so brilliantly. So tell me what you think a melody is.
I think the melody is the heart that drives the music. You know, it's the catalyst that reels the listener in and makes them feel a part of the music and gives them something to carry with them, you know, to remember.
And give me an example of a great melody. You can use one of your own if you want.
Oh, a great melody.
And tell me why you think it's a great melody. Why is it, Greg? Come on.
Oh, man, you know, I should have rehearsed before. There are several great melodies. I mean, sometimes very simple, sometimes very complex, but you could go with something like, you know, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? You know, there's that. There's a million, you know, there's a happy birthday to you.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I mean, it could be anything.
Why is Isn't She Lovely such a great melody? I mean, we all know it is, but why? What do you think is so great about it?
It's the relationship of the notes with the lyrics. It's the feeling behind that sequence of notes. It's the simplicity of it and yet the depth of it. It just works, and it's one of several million that can be cited that work for the same reasons, you know?
You've been on 10 billion records.
Yeah.
They forced you to do it, I know. It was against your will.
Yeah.
But you've been on all these thousands of millions of records.
Yeah.
And they like the way that you enhance melodies. So what's your thinking when you've got a great melody and you're playing on it and you're thinking, you know, this would be nice, this would really help them. How do you help a melody?
Well, a great, strong melody doesn't really need any help. The main objective in dealing with any great melody is to not get in the way of it. Great melodies rarely need any enhancement, like I said, so it's just a matter of supporting it in subtle ways, harmonically, without intruding on it.
You've written a few rather catchy melodies yourself. What makes a melody catchy in a pop sense?
Well, you know, let's say the stuff I did with Lionel Richie, for instance. You know, you have a groove, you have some harmonic information going on, and then you want to capture the essence of what's going on rhythmically and harmonically, and the result of that is the melody. Like, let me guess, you probably want an example, don't you?
I do, because you're so good looking.
Oh, stop it. Let's see. Well, there was a thing called Love Will Find a Way, and you know the groove is. So we're trying to find something that would enhance what went on there. So we came up. I'm being alone and lonely. And the punchline is, don't you know that love will find a way? You know. So I mean, it just kind of, it just kind of works. It works, cool. And there could have been, you know, 100 other things that you could have put on top of that, but that seemed to be the best option.
Now, have you released a vocal album recently?
No. Hell, well, yeah.
Why not?
Those are the first two did so well.
Okay. Well,
no, they bombed quicker than Pearl Harbor. I mean, they were in the early '80s. I was younger. I was trying to be Prince. It didn't work out. Whatever. So.
But now you can be king.
Yeah, I can be king of the world, actually, which is one of the new songs from the latest Toto album. Did you like that?
I like that.
That was good, huh?
Nice segue.
That was sweet. Toto, Falling in Between, which was released last year, and one of the tunes is king of the world.
Right.
And so I get to express myself vocally and instrumentally with them now because, as you know, they are the world's greatest rock band.
Yes.
And so I've been doing that lately. I won't say that I won't release another solo album.
You've got to.
Well, it would be nice. I just don't know when, but it'd be nice.
Next week would be good.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I'll give it out.
Yeah, don't be lazy.
Sure.
Make another one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think it's pure laziness that you haven't done it.
Obviously.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
All right.
Okay, let's talk about melody one more time.
Okay.
Okay, now here's the thing.
Yeah. That's
But
right.
apart from playing the piano,
Yeah.
you've also done a lot of like sort of synth work on things and kind of arrangement things with keyboards and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from not getting in the way of the melody, what kind of fun things would you suggest that you could do?
No, I mean, I need time to think. There's like.
You've got a mind like Jupiter.
Yeah, way out.
Oh, way out.
And full of space right about now.
Okay, I got another one. You're going to love this one.
All right.
Okay, what makes
Please tell me it wasn't like this with Barry and Robin Gibb.
It was nothing like that.
Okay.
They were spiritual and uplifting, whereas you're just sexy. Okay, so here's the thing. What makes? Maybe you can show us this. How is for instance, a R&B stroke soul melody different from a rock melody or a country melody?
Yeah, well, you know, they're based on totally different personalities. And sometimes they're one and the same.
Okay.
An example of that would be I Will Always Love You.
Oh, good.
That was written by Dolly Parton that Whitney made a massive hit. So you wanted an example of enhancing a melody, huh? All right, well, there's, in addition to Isn't She Lovely, there's a far better example called I Just Called to Say I Love You from Stevie. Very simple melody, very simple heartfelt lyrics, and the regular way goes a little bit like this. No New Year's Day to celebrate. Oh, I don't remember all the lyrics. What to give away. Act is just another ordinary day. It goes on like that once more, and then it goes, I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Right? Very simple and very, to the point. Now, Herbie Hancock and I did a rearrangement of that actually last year for his Possibilities album, and it's quite drastically different because Herbie, being the complex, brilliant musician that he is, wouldn't be caught dead near playing a triad. The simple chord like wouldn't happen in a million years. So we wanted to come up with a little more adventurous, interesting way of doing that song. So we slowed it down a little bit, and I'll give you a bit of what happened. And you will notice that there's a modulation, a change in key with the melody that's very subtle, and yet it goes right in there, and it happens all during this movement in a very subtle way. And it goes like this. No New Year's Day to celebrate. No, to give away. It's always you. And it thoughts of the Lord every day. just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my...
Sorry I can't play you the rest of Greg Phillinganes' fantastic reharmonization there, but unfortunately there was a technical fault. But to make up for it, here's a track that I wrote with the great singer Clive Griffin, with Steve Ferrone on drums, Jess Bailey on clavinet, Nathan East on bass, and Greg Phillinganes doing to a piano what Vlad the Impaler did to, well, just about everyone.